Welcome to Songwriter Trysts, an intimate podcast that interviews artists about the art of songwriting and find out more about the life behind the songs. I am singer-songwriter Rae Leigh and your host for this show. Music saved my life and I want to talk to other songwriters about the power of songwriting, talk about their journey and how they got to where they are today. This is a safe space to share stories, lessons and emotions, all the great things that build an amazing song. Welcome to A Songwriter Trysts with Kenny Nolan, a hit songwriter of Lady Marmalade and I Like Dreamin, but also new song come out, Jing Jang Jingle, which I'm excited to talk to you about as well because this is our Christmas special for 2025 and I cannot believe that the year is already close to ending. I feel like I have whiplash from this year, but Merry Christmas. How are you?
Hey, I don't think I can see myself up here in the
Oh, I
it's
can see
hat.
you. Can you see me?
Okay. Yeah, I can see you.
Okay. Would you like to see yourself?
Yeah, I guess. Can you see me now?
Yeah, I could see you before. Yeah.
Okay, let's just leave it alone.
Okay. All right. So I like to start the podcast by getting you, the artist, to tell us a little bit about who you are and where you come from.
Who I am. I ask myself that all the time.
Me too.
I've always been into music. Started when I was 16, 17, and I was lucky enough to I was Michael Curb. You know who Mike Curb is?
No.
He was the president of MGM Records
Wow.
back in the mid 60s. I was all 17 or 16 or something. And he heard me and he signed me.
Wow.
I had a publishing deal with him and an artist deal. And in that time frame, he put a bunch of my songs in albums. Remember the Grassroots?
Yeah.
They did a song of mine on Leaving It All Behind album.
Oh, wow.
And then Donny Osmond
Yeah.
did a song. And then Dobie Gray, he did a song of mine. And things kept happening. And in 1974, I met Bob Crew. Do you know who Bob Crew is?
I've heard that name before. They have to give me
He
some
produced,
credit.
yeah,
Yeah.
he co-wrote with Bob Gaudio all the Four Seasons hits.
Wow.
And he met me based on an interview that I went to see. Is this something you want to know?
Yes. Yeah, I'd love to know.
Yeah, I met Bob Crew through Bobby Darin. Remember Bobby Darin?
But I am
No,
terrible
no.
with names. I'm better with songs, but yeah.
Yeah, he was big back in the early 70s.
Okay. I was born in 88, so if that helps anything prior to
Okay,
that,
yeah,
I might not be aware of,
okay.
but the listeners might do.
I'm going to give you I think your people that are listening to you will enjoy some of these stories. One morning, one day, it's 1974, and on the sides of buses driving around the city was a Rolling Stones tour called Get Your Yayas Out.
Yep.
Did you remember that?
I've heard that one. Yeah.
That's what it hit me. They're talking about getting high, jumping up and down, get crazy, getting wild.
Yeah.
But I said, no, there's something else in that. I said, a prostitute walking down in New Orleans would say, get your yaya dada. Get your yaya here. And
That's
it
very
went
cool.
from there into Lady Marmalade, which now is one of the biggest songs of all time. It's top three, and I was number one three times by three separate artists.
Crazy.
And then I brought in a song called My Eyes Adored You. I'm sure you know that one, Frankie Valli.
Yeah.
And when my eyes adored you, though I-
It's a massive
and,
song.
and then it started things. I had a disco, number one disco record called Get Dancin'. Do you remember Get Dancin'?
Yeah. Yeah.
Discotheques? That's me singing, yeah, yeah, all
That's so
that
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then I had a top five R&B hit back 75 by Jimmy Gilstrap called Swing Your Daddy. And we
Okay.
swing your daddy, boop, pop. Anyway, things kept moving along and I got signed to 20th. And I flew back east and cut I Like Dreaming. I Like Dreaming.
I've definitely heard that one. Yeah.
And that got me the Pop Artist of the Year award in Billboard.
Wow.
And I had the follow-up was really big too, called Love's Grown Deep, which is a beautiful song. And then I moved on and I met, did this, did that. I'm forgetting a lot of things that I did. I met Reed and Babyface. You know who they are?
Yes. How did you meet them?
Through Dick Griffey, who was the head of Solar Records back in '87.
Wow.
And I brought in a song called Shoot 'em Up Movies, which was a top five hit.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, gotcha. Shoot 'em up movies. You remember that one?
Yeah, I've heard, and I didn't know that you were behind a lot of these songs you're talking about. I'm curious. So you said that you've always done music. You started when you were 16. Did you just, that's when you started doing anything with music, or did you do music lessons or theory before that?
No, not before that. After 16, 17, I was already in groups and doing things. Then I had almost a number one record. Remember Atlantic Star?
Yeah. Go
One
on.
of their, I wrote, I found a masterpiece in you,
Yeah.
a
Wow.
work of art, it's true.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wrote that for them. That was basically almost a number one record. And a Tavares, a penny for your thoughts, a nickel for a kiss, a dime if you tell me that you. So yeah,
You've got some
my
incredible
whole
lyrics.
my whole thing is really writing songs, and the singing now just comes with it. I have a new album out that's been out about 2 months called "Oh Peaceful Mountain."
Yeah.
It's, do you know? Have you heard it?
Yeah. I got through with all the press release and the EPK, but I'm keen to hear about what the goal behind it was, what the
Oh,
feelings and the
it's
motives
really
behind it.
inspirational music, friendship, warmth. There's some songs on there that are to God. There's a couple of songs on there that I'm sure if you listen to, you're going to love these. One called In Every Way, and then another one that's getting some on some Christian stations called May You a Blessing. And then there's Closer Than My Shadow, which is more mainstream, and Be a Friend. And the new Christmas single that was just released, Jing Jang Jangle.
Yep.
And that was a fun record because I had the tracks cut in Nashville and I owned the tracks.
Yeah.
And the tracks were sent back here and I put my voice on it and boom, that was it. They heard it and said, we've got to put this out. So have you heard it?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I have heard it. That was the main
It's,
reason they sent it to me.
yeah. So that, yeah, we can talk about that if you want.
What was the inspiration behind the Jing Jang Jangle?
I've written a number of Christmas songs. I worked on New Kids on the Block. I co-wrote a song with Maurice Starr. What was it called? I'll Be Missing You Come Christmas, a letter to Santa. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I've heard all those songs.
Everything I did.
But I'm curious as to, obviously you've had a lot of connections and you've connected in with so many people in the industry that have brought you into these spaces, but your lyrics are, they're inspired, but they're also so different to what I hear. I'm listening to a really wide eclectic of music in general because I listen to a lot of new stuff that comes through for this podcast and because I'm always wanting to keep my fingers on the pulse. But I haven't, I don't often see a lot of lyric writing the way that you do it.
Really?
I feel like,
Well,
I don't know, do you feel like you're doing the same as everyone else? Because I don't think you do.
I don't do anything that anybody else does. I just write what comes to me.
Yeah.
And I'm interesting. I'm a title writer.
Yeah.
I'll start with a title like My Eyes Adored You, which
Yeah.
has been performed millions and millions of times, was a song from 74 to 75. And there
You're
was
good
a
with the ears.
there was a bunch of songs on the radio about the night the lights went out in Georgia, midnight train to Georgia, all these Georgia songs. So I said to myself, I have to write a song with Georgia in it. There's so many songs with Georgia in it.
Yeah.
And I went through a book of Broadway musicals, and there was a title in there that had Georgia in it, Blue Eyes in Georgia. And I said, and based on that title, it's the same way Marmalade happened. I was able to come up with, I picked my guitar up, and when I have a title and I have a lyric in mind, the melody just happens.
That's a natural
It
thing for
just
you.
happens.
Yeah.
So I strum a guitar. My eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand on you. And that's how that happened. And the same as all my other songs, there was a song I had a hit with called Firefly. Hey there, little firefly. Oh, and had Lulu hits. Remember Lulu?
No. That's Lulu. That's
Okay. But she was a big star in the 70s and the 60s. And then I'm forgetting so many songs. But anyway, yeah,
you
I'm
start with the title and then the melody is natural for you.
just comes.
How do you structure it? Do you start with just beginning to end and just keep playing it over and over until the lyrics feel right? Or
Yeah, if it hits me right off the bat, when I did Jing Jang Jingle, it was a guitar and I'm Jing Jang Jingle and a Jang, and that just spilled out of me. And then I wrote the rest of the song. And that's how that happened. And I'm anxious to see people's reaction to it because it's a fun song. It's happy.
it is a happy, fun song and it's beautiful. I think we need that at the moment. There's so much negativity in the world, and when there is, it's nice to have music that kind of can just distract us from all of that and we can have a bit of fun. I'm curious as to you've talked about Jing Jang Jang. That was a solo write, it just came out of you. Did you do you prefer to write on your own? You've had a lot of experience of writing with people.
No, I write 99%. Now it's 100% on my own. All the songs on the new album, Oh Peaceful Mountain album,
Yeah.
are all solely written by me. A Jing Jang Jingle. And there's just a lot of stuff out there that it's all on Spotify and
Yeah.
YouTube and this and that. It's all over the place right now. So I'm getting very favorable reaction to the album and to this Jing Jang Jingle single. Jing Jang Jingle single.
Yes, it's a bit of a tongue twister. And I've got a lisp, so I'm like, this is a good challenge for me. Jing, jang, jingle. We should get people to send in them saying it to see if they can say it 5 times fast or something. Writing with someone versus writing on your own, now that you're doing a lot on your own, do you prefer it that way? Have you just got to a point where you just want to be able to write your own songs, or do you like
Yeah,
collaborating with other people?
not as much as I used to. When I ran into Robert Crew, Bob Crew, he was special. He did all the Four Seasons songs. You're just too good to be true. Can't
Can't
take
take
my
my
eyes
eyes
off
off
of
of you.
you. And he heard me and he said, that's it. He said, we have to write.
Yeah.
And we sat down. I brought in a booklet of titles and songs, and we went at it. And that was the beginning of the beginning.
Wow. And now you want to, I'm curious about the album. You said that there's a lot of Christian faith inspired stuff behind the songs or songs to God, and I've written a few songs like that. And my parents were pastors, so I grew up as the pastor's kid in the church. And I think that's an elusive thing that I guess I haven't spoken to a lot of people about. If you're willing to share your experience of your faith in your music and how you express that, because it's a vulnerable thing to do, I think.
I've always loved church. I've always loved the music. I was into, but about 8 years ago, I wrote a song called I'll Be That Bridge. And it's going to be on the next album.
Okay.
It's it's a beautiful song. It's not on the Oh Peaceful Mountain album, but if you listen to the songs, listen to them all because there's a song on there that I believe can be up for a Grammy. It's
Okay.
called You to Me.
You to me.
And You to Me, Be a Friend. That's another one. In Every Way, May You a Blessing, Oh Peaceful Mountain, and Be a Friend. I said that, right?
You said be a friend, yeah.
Yeah. So
And
listen to they're out right now as singles
okay.
on Spotify, YouTube, Ghana, this, that, you name it. And getting very favorable reaction to them because they're special. They're really special.
What makes them special for you? And do you feel like what was it? I find it like sometimes I've written songs where I think they're just, and maybe that's selfish, but for me, they're like, okay, these songs are just for me. And then I go, actually, I feel like this is a song that really needs to be released for whatever reason. And sometimes we don't know
Hmm.
why songs are meant to be released. Sometimes I think songs are just for one other person, and sometimes they're for millions of other people. It's for whoever the song reaches. How do you decipher between the songs that you want to release into the world and what's that experience and process for you?
Usually go for the ones that I think are really good
Mm.
and that people can commit to and really say, geez. And so some of these songs are on that Oh Peaceful Mountain album. And I just write from the heart. That's all I can say is I write from the heart. So that's me, Kenny Nolan, and
For the heart.
I write from the heart, man. And I don't worry about it sounding dated.
Yeah.
I just write from the heart, and it works.
Do you share them with
I-
people before? Do you have that sort of filtering process, or do you know which ones are really purely from the heart that you're going to release, or do you
Oh, I already know.
you already know?
I had a studio for 15 years. My son, by the way, my son Brett Nolan produced the album,
Oh
Oh
wow.
Peaceful Mountain. He's brilliant. And he co-produced Jing Jang Jingle. Brett
Okay.
Nolan.
So he's quite a good producer then.
Yes, he is.
Tell him well done from me. It's really they're all really good.
Yeah, that's it. I just love music. What can I say? I was weaned on in the mid 60s, early 60s. I was, what, 12, whatever I was.
Yeah.
I was weaned on Motown and the Beatles.
You can't ask for much of a better education.
No,
But
and
you've had a very long and a lot of experience in the industry. What have you found have been some of the most challenging times for you? What would you find has been those moments where maybe other people would have quit, but you didn't because,
this is the only thing I wanted to do. And I knew that I had something when I auditioned for a guy named Joe Saraceno, who was Liberty Records. And he said, "You got it." He says that, and they did a bunch of my songs. I've had a lot of hits,
Yeah.
And I love it just as much now as I did when I was 23, 24. When Get Dancing, Lady Marmalade, My Eyes Adored You, I Like Dreamin', all these songs started to come out. And it's just a love that it's a love that I have, and it's something I was supposed to do. And it's been my sole business in life
Yeah.
to write and sometimes sing.
Yeah.
And
Do you not enjoy the singing part?
oh, I love the singing part because these were all songs that I was singing before they were even out.
Yeah. To
He
enjoy.
met Marmalade down in old New Orleans.
Do you still like listening to your own songs?
Do I what?
Do you enjoy listening, going back and listening to your songs?
Yeah, I hear them all the time on the radio. Yes, I do. I enjoy that, and I've worked with a number of people.
Mm.
I think one of the greatest singers I ever worked with, Al Jarreau. You know who Al
Algebra.
Jarreau? You
No.
don't know who he is?
I'm in Australia. I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I talk to Americans and there's like these massive guys that just didn't really, I don't know. I'm going to look it up though. So
Oh, please look up
I
Al
will.
Jarreau. He's a phenomenal singer. We wrote some things together. I wrote with a lot of people, but I do not find that I get better songs out of collaborating. I don't.
Yeah. And you've worked that out now. So you don't, you just, yeah.
It's just, by the way, I'm nominated for the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Oh, congratulations. That's incredible. When does that happen?
I guess it's this coming year, but I've been notified and I hope to be inducted. And I've reached the point where I've had enough hits where they want to do
Putting
it.
you in there. Fair enough. Have you, that's an amazing achievement, by the way. Congratulations. And I couldn't think of someone more deserving. I do want to ask, I guess, as well, what your advice would be for other songwriters who maybe relate a lot to what you've done and what you've achieved in your lifetime. What sort of form of encouragement or advice would you give to them?
One of the first things that I learned from Bob Crew, don't do this for the money. Do it for the inspiration, the love of writing, the love of music. And that's why I stuck with it. I've always been able to get through and make. Of course, my living today is much greater than it was when I was younger.
As is the
Lady
life of
Mar
songwriting.
Lady Marmalade is the lead song in Moulin Rouge.
I love that film.
Baz Luhrmann, you're from Australia, right? Baz
Yes, I was in
did.
his Elvis film actually.
He's what?
He filmed the Elvis film just down the road from me, so I got to be a part of that. I
Yeah.
auditioned as one of the singers, but I was too tall, so I got to be an Elvis kisser.
So Baz based the whole damn thing on Lady Marmalade
Yeah,
and put together Christina Aguilera, Maya, Little Kim,
I
and
think. Did you meet Baz? Did he ever?
I met I met Christine up at a record company before they did that version of it. But I'm still friends with Ron Fair. Do you know who he is?
No, who's Ron?
He was part of the production team on Moulin Rouge.
Ah,
And all I know is I got a call from him one day. He said, "It's all over, Kenny." And I don't know, what the hell are you talking about? It's all over. He goes, "We just did Lady Marmalade." He says, "It is definitely a number one record." He was right. It was number one 9 weeks here,
yeah.
10
Yeah, it's number
weeks.
one here too.
Yes. And the original, I still say is incredible. LaBelle. But, and who else had a number one hit with that? Before Moulin Rouge was, what's their name? Oh God, it's a girl group from England, but it was a number one record before it was a number one record, before it
Mm.
was a number one record.
So it was proven to be a good song before Moulin Rouge picked it up and ran with it.
Yeah, yeah, it was a number one record through Patti LaBelle,
Yeah.
but it went all the way to that time when the four girls got together and did it. And so I have a good catalog.
No, you've done very well. You should be very proud. And we were talking about advice for people in the industry to not do it for the money, do it for the love of it, keep going, be passionate,
Absolutely.
be inspired. If
Don't,
you, yeah,
yes, no, go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
I want you to share what you were going to share.
Don't give it up if you're truly, you'll know if you really do love to do it and have the talent to do it.
Mm.
And you'll stay with it until something pops. And that's how it worked for me. The first real hit I had was Back to Dreamin' Again by Pat Shannon, but the Grassroots covered it. And
Right.
and then things just started to fall into place. And now I'm hoping I'd love to get into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, but I've been nominated.
Yeah.
That's a
I
tough one.
I couldn't think of anyone more deserving. So I hope it's just a formality and that it's just approved because you're in the Songwriter Trysts Hall of Fame, that's for sure. One question I like to end with, and this is more about who your inspirations are, but if you could collaborate or you could have an artist sing one of your songs, anyone in the world or anywhere in the world, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
That's tough. There's a lot of good artists. There's a couple of artists today that I think are really good. What's his name? I keep forgetting his name. But anyway, there's a lot of artists out there that have great voices, but the problems that I see is that they're doing a lot of mediocre material. You know, what endures, what keeps a copyright and makes it, that keeps it to be enduring is how well it does and how people see it. That's a copyright. Those early copyrights of mine are going to be mine again.
They are?
And Sony will no longer have any part of it. And they have a part of my catalog. Why can't I remember the girl group that had a number one hit with Lady Marmalade? Not in sync.
No,
What's the other?
that's not a girl group.
No, it's not in sync. It's,
Uh,
oh, Jesus. They had a number one hit with Lady Marmalade.
All Saints.
All Saints.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was driving me nuts.
That's okay. I mean, they were
Yeah,
massive as well.
they went number one with it.
They had quite a few number ones.
Yeah.
Very popular. So you're saying that the
I,
songs that endure that, and you feel like people are doing mediocre quality. Now I have a theory around that. Do you have a theory on why are people putting out mediocre material? Why is the good stuff not getting to the right people?
I'll tell you why. The convenience of recording today. The fact that you can press buttons and do this and not really come from the heart and soul of music.
Mm,
It's far and few between songs that become classics. And I don't know of, other than, I know I'm a friend of Diane Warren's. You know who she is.
I do know who Diane Warren is. Yeah.
Yeah, and
What does she say?
the same thing. She writes from the heart, I believe. And I write from the heart. And I don't force to write. When it comes to me, it comes to me. And all these songs, these new songs on my new album, Oh Peaceful Mountain, all just came to me. And I had some of them produced in Nashville, and I have them flown back here, and I put my voice on it. Now I'm getting very favorable reviews on it.
Yes.
And some of the songs are, listen to it.
Yeah.
I think you're going to love it.
I've got a new house actually that overlooks the mountains, and I'm thinking about taking more time to just let it seep in as I look at the view.
That's it. And I'm starting some new songs at the end, in the beginning of next year. I may put a Christmas album together.
That's one of
And
my dreams. I haven't done it yet, but I think Christmas music
oh yeah,
is just so beautiful.
it is gorgeous. It's Johnny Mathis. Come on, I mean that I grew up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jing Jang Jingle falls into that category.
Yep. And we're going
Of,
to get everyone to go and listen to it. And we're going to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. And especially to you and your family. And Brett, thank you so much for helping with getting this all up and running. And Kenny, I just want to say thank you so much for not just your time today, but your dedication and commitment to everything that you've done has influenced the musical world and the whole world, and me, myself anyway. And it's encouraging to see that someone like yourself who lives from the heart, writes from the heart, has continued to do so in such a vulnerable way and survived, because it can feel like when you're putting yourself out there vulnerably and writing from the heart that it's going to kill you at some point. I feel like that sometimes. And to know that you've survived, you're still here, you keep going, it really is inspirational. And you should be congratulated. And I really do wish you all the luck with the Hall of Fame. And hopefully, I'll be seeing some more of your songs up at the Grammy Awards as well in the
that
near
would be great.
future. Yeah.
That would be great. This was a pleasure. I thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on. And yeah, I hope everyone goes and listens to the new Jing Jang Jingle and has a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
That little teddy bear you wrapped up